योगेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोविष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति सपदान्तिकम्। आददानसुनन्दन्तरिदं याचे पुनः पुनः श्रीमद्रूपकदाम्भोजोऽधुलिस्यां जन्म जन्मनि अनर्पितचरिं चिरात् कर्णावतृणाकलौ समर्पयितुन्नतोदिदरसां स्वभक्तिश्रियम् हरिः पुरटसुन्दरद्युति कदम्बसन्देपिता सदा हृदयकन्दरे सुरद्वाशचिनन्दनः संसारदुःखहृदौ परितस्य कामः क्रोधादिनक्रमकरैः कबलीकृतस्य दुर्वासना निगडितस्य निराश्रयस्य चैतन्यचन्द्रमम देहि पदावलम्बम्। सर्वप्रथम अस्मदे गुरुपाद पद्मनिकला प्रचलित गुरु शिष्य भक्तिदांत नारायण भूषण महाराज जी के अभय चरणारविंदों में अनंत कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम अर्पण करता हूँ। तथा उपस्थित रंडीपाल सन्यासी शिष्य भक्तिदांत दंडी महाराज, नामनिष्ठ संत श्री अनिरुद्ध दास प्रभु जी और समस्त वैष्णव के चरणों में मेरा यथार्थ दंडवत प्रणाम। So today we are discussing the 45th verse of the first chapter. यदि माम अप्रतिकारम अशस्त्रम शस्त्रप्राणयः धार्तराष्ट्रारणे हन्युस्तन्मे क्षीमतरम भवेत्। यदि, even if, माम, unto me, अप्रतिकारम, without being resistant, ashastram, without being fully equipped, shastrapranayah, those with weapons in hand, Dhartarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra, Rane, in the battlefield, Hanyuhu, may kill, tat, that, may mine, Kshemataram, better, bhavet, become. I would consider it better for the sons of Dhritarashtra to kill me unarmed and unresisting rather than fighting with them. It is a custom according to Kshatriya fighting principles that an unarmed and unwilling foe should not be attacked. Arjun, however, is such an enigmatic position. Decided he would not fight if he were attacked by the enemy. So, however, in such an enigmatic position. So here, Arjuna, enigmatic means having an unobvious or mysterious meaning, hard to understand. So, like for example, prophetic texts so enigmatic that their meaning has been disputed for centuries. Something difficult to understand, mysterious. I didn't grasp the meaning of that enigmatic comment until much later. So mysterious. So, however, in such an enigmatic position, mysterious position, decided he would not fight if he were attacked by the enemy. He did not consider how much the other party was bent upon fighting. All these symptoms are due to soft-heartedness, resulting from his being a great devotee of the Lord. So here we'll cover the verse 46 also because they go hand in hand. Some text 646. Sanjay Vacha Eva Muktva Arjuna Sankhe Raso Parathopastriva Vishat Visrujya Sacharam Chapam Slok Soka Samvigna Manasa. Sanjay Vacha Eva Muktva Arjuna Sankhe Rathopastha Upavishat Visrujya Sacharam Chapam Shoka Samvigna Manasa. Sanjay Uvacha said, Evam thus Uktva, saying, Arjuna, Sankhe, in the battlefield, Ratha, chariot, Upasthaha, situated on, Upavishat, sat down again, Visrujya, keeping aside, Sasharam, along with arrows, Chapam, the bow, Shoka, lamentation, Samvigna, distressed, Manasaha, within the mind. Sanjay said, Arjun having thus spoken, on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows, and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. While observing the situation of his enemy, Arjun stood up on the chariot, but he was so afflicted with lamentation that he sat down again, setting aside his bow and arrow. Such a kind and soft hearted person in the devotional service of the Lord is fit to receive self knowledge. So here, Arjun is very soft hearted, although he is a great warrior. So here, in 45th verse, यदि माम अप्रतिकारम अशस्त्रम शस्त्रपाणया धार्तराष्ट्रारणे हन्युस्तन्मे क्षेमतरम भवेत् यदि माम अप्रतिकारम अशस्त्रम शस्त्रपाणया धार्तराष्ट्रारणे हन्युस्तन्मे क्षेमतरम भवेत् यदि if माम may अप्रतिकारम unresisting ashastram unarmed shastrapanaya those with weapons in the hand dhartarashtra the sons of Dhritarashtra Rane on the battlefield. Hanyuhu may kill that me, may, to me, Kshemataram, more auspicious Bhavet would be. Even if the fully armed sons of the Rashtra were to kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield, to me that would be more auspicious. Sanjay Vacha एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः संखे रसोपस्तुपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसा एवम् उक्त्वा अर्जुनः संखे रथोपस्थोपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसा Sanjay Vacha, Sanjay said, evam uktva, having thus spoken in this manner, Arjuna, Sankhe in the midst of the battlefield, Ratha Upasthe upon the chariot, Upavishat sat down, Visruja throwing aside, Sasharam along with his quivers of arrows, Chapam his bow, Shoka by lamentation, Samvigna distressed, Manasa his mind. Sanjay said, having spoken these words in the midst of the battlefield, Arjun, his mind distracted by lamentation, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the chariot. Sankhya means in the battle and Rathopaste means on the chariot. So, we have discussed these two verses actually. So, in 1973, His Divine Grace Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, the founder of ISKCON, he gave a lecture in London. Actually, I forwarded to Vishakha Didi on Telegram, the PDF file. So you can forward that to others later on. So Pradyumna, I met Pradyumna Prabhu. He was a Sanskrit scholar. We used to call him Panditji. Gurudev used to call him Panditji. Swami Maharaj also used to call him Panditji. He leads the chanting. And then after chanting Jai Radha Madhav and all, in August 1st, 1973, the same verse is discussed. Yadimam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanaya dhartarashtra rani hanyus tanmi kshemataram bhavet. Sanjay Vacha eva muktva arjuna sankhe rathopasthopa vishat visujya sasharam chapam shoka samvigna manasa. Now, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, the great Acharya who wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is, because he took these two verses together, I am also going to discuss them together. Mahajano Yena Gatasa Pantha. We try to follow in the footsteps of great personalities. So, translation, I would consider it better for the sons of Dhritarashtra to kill me unarmed and unresisting rather than fight with them. Sanjay said, Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down in the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. So, here Prabhupada, he is familiarly known as Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he said, Yadimam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanaya. It is a custom between the Kshatriyas that in the fighting, if the other party hasn't got a weapon to fight, this party will supply him weapon, not that the other party without weapon and this party will take opportunity to kill him. So now this is what distinguishes between the Vedic culture and this Asura culture, Yaman and Glecha culture, basically. Understand? Now, there is no righteous war going on. Understand? Like, for example, there is uneven match and then genocide and ruthless killing is going on. If both are on equal footing, then there is a real dharma. But one party is terribly weak and the other party is very strong. What will happen? Actually, you look at India, they have some old fighter planes, Mirage or whatever you call this, and got from Russia. And every year, so many Indian fighter pilots, Indian Air Force pilot die in the accident because those they develop some nag or some fault and then they just crash. Understand? So India is not on par with America as far as the military power is concerned, or even with China. Understand? Previously, but even if they will attack, China will attack or America will attack, they will be ruthless. They will not see if the opponent has the same level of weapons. No, they'll simply start killing. So this is what is going on now in Asura culture. But previously, the Kshatriyas, they were not like this. So there are many rules and regulations of the fighting. Not that because he is my enemy, I shall kill him anyway. There are rules and regulations. If enemy has broken his chariot, is fallen down on the ground, the other party will also will immediately get down from the chariot. Suppose he is feeling, if one is on the foot and the other on the chariot, so he will be in superior position. So therefore the opposite party must also get down from the chariot and walk with him. That means the defeated enemy should be given all opportunities so he may not think that unnecessarily in weak position he has been killed. No, so Arjun says, Arjun of course did later on. When he killed Karna, Karna was without weapon and he fell down from the chariot. Karna, after falling down from the chariot and he was trying to raise the wheel of the chariot from the mud, so Krishna asked Arjuna that this is the opportunity to kill him. You kill him immediately. So at that time, he had no weapons and he fell down from the chariot. And in that position, he was killed by Arjuna by the order of Krishna. This is violating the laws. So you can violate the laws on the order of Krishna. You cannot do so. This is surrender. Understand? So Arjuna, he told Krishna that how can I attack Karna? Karna is without chariot. His chariot wheel is stuck in the ground. Understand? And now I don't remember why exactly Karna's chariot wheel got stuck in the ground because of some curse or something. Understand? But anyways, and Krishna told him, you kill Karna. Then Arjuna said, no, this goes against the rules of Shastra. The scriptures forbid this action for a Kshatriya. Then Krishna said, where was righteousness when Draupadi was being stripped naked? Where was righteousness when 6 or 7 great warriors attacked Abhimanyu alone? He was just a teenage boy. They didn't follow the rules. Where was Dharma when they tried to set the Laksha Gruha, the lakh house, on fire? Where was Dharma when they tried to poison the laddus of Bhima? They didn't follow any Dharma. By following the so-called Dharma, you didn't even get the 5 villages which you deserved. So don't follow the Dharma now. Just follow what I say. Understand? So that is what it is. Raghunath Das Goswami says, Na dharmam shatigana niraktam kilakuru braje radha krishna prajuna paricharyami hatano. Just serve Radha and Krishna. So Arjun, he simply served Krishna. He didn't follow dharma or adharma. Understand? What Krishna says is dharma. Actually, a very nice verse comes in Padyavali. यदि मधुमथन अंग्रि सेवा रुधिविदाति जहाति सा विवेकी तद अखिलम अपि दुष्कृतम त्रिलोके कृतम कृतम न कृतम कृतम च सर्वम. If someone will perform the service of Krishna, then although he is very sinful, all his sins are forgiven. And if someone does not serve Krishna, then all his pious merit is also useless. And actually he will become sinful if he disobeys Krishna. All his pious merit will vanish. You will become a great sinner if you don't follow Krishna. So here, when Krishna says that you do this, although it is wrong, you have to do it. There is no consideration, just as in fight. The commander says to soldiers, do this. His duty is to do that. He should not think at the time what is right or wrong, just like Yudhishthir Maharaj. He was advised by Krishna that Yudhishthir, Maharaj Yudhishthir, you go to Dronacharya and inform him that your son is dead. It was a false information because Dronacharya would not die if he is not affected with some lamentation. So Krishna asked Maharaj Yudhishthir that you go because you are recognized truthful, Dharmaraj. So when you will say this is also false, he will believe. Yudhishthir Maharaj hesitated. How can I tell him? How can I tell lie? He disobeyed the order of Krishna and he wanted to become very truthful. For this reason, he had to see hell. So in the mundane consideration, there are many things, right and wrong. So long you are on the mundane platform, you have to obey all this right and wrong. But in the spiritual platform, where it is ordered by Krishna, he is above all this duality. He is absolute. So even if he says to do something wrong, because he cannot say anything which is wrong, God is all good. If you discriminate God's order from the mundane platform, then you will be misguided. Actually, I was seeing one YouTube, actually, one life history of Raidas. And Raidas was a great devotee. Apparently, he was a spiritual master of Mirabai. And he was a cobbler, actually. Means making and mending shoes and making new shoes from the leather. So he was not from very high class, not high caste, not like a Brahmin or Kshatriya, but he was just a cobbler. But he was a great devotee of Krishna. Understand? So one time, one Brahman came to him, to Raidas ji, says, I am going to worship Mother Ganga. Do you have some offering for Ganga? Then he maybe offered some flowers or some milk. He said, take this and offer to Mother Ganga. Then he took the garland given by Raidas, that Brahman, and gave in the hand of the. Then he said, when Ganga will come personally, then only give her garland. And really, Ganga manifested. And that Brahmana, he gave the nice garland in the hand of Ganga Devi. He said, Ganga Devi, Raidas has sent this for you. Ganga was very happy and she told, okay, just give this very nice bejeweled bangle, golden bangle in which so many diamonds and precious stones are set. Very beautiful decorated bangle she gave. And that greedy Brahman, he didn't take that bangle to Raidas. When he came back to Raidas, Raidas said, I offer a garland to Ganga Devi. Did she offer any gift in return? And Brahman said, no, she didn't offer anything. It means that he had just taken that bangle. Then he thought, if I give this precious bangle to the king will be so pleased with me and give me something. So he took that precious bangle to the king and he told king that this is a gift for you. Someone gave me this gift, I am offering it to you. The king said, this is fine. But what is the use of just one bangle? I think you are holding one more bangle. And if you don't give me the other bangle, I am going to kill you and your entire dynasty and relatives and friends, everyone. And that Brahman was scared. Then he actually told, how am I going to get this other bangle? I don't have other bangle. The king said, no matter what, I want the other bangle. So then he came to Raidas and fell down at his feet and he told Raidas ji, the king is asking for the other bangle, otherwise he's going to kill me and my family. Please forgive me for not giving you the bangle and lying to you. Then Raidas said, okay, don't worry, I'm going to save you. And he prayed to Ganga and Mother Ganga gave him another bangle. Then he took to the king and king also was surprised. Understand? So it means that we should not lie to the Gurudev or pure devotees. Our lie will be caught. So God is all good. If you discriminate God's order from the mundane platform, then you will be misguided. Anyone who has got firm and fixed of faith that whatever God does, whatever God orders, even from mundane calculation, It may be wrong, that is right. That is absolute understanding. So those who are in the spiritual platform, for them, there is no such consideration which is right and which is wrong. Their only consideration is that Krishna is pleased. That's all. If Krishna is pleased by inducing me to do something wrong, I'll not hesitate to do it. Like, so basically we should try to see the absolute point of view, not relative. Like one time there was a case, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, Bhaktidan Sai Maharaj, Sannyas Guru. He put a case against Gaudiya mission, which was led by his elder brother, Bhakti Keval Udulavi Maharaj. He told that this Gaudiya mission is not worshipping the picture of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada anymore. They are not allowing anyone to take sannyas and wear saffron clothes. They are telling you only wear white clothes. And they are forbidding the public loud chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. They are telling you have to chant Nitai Gaur Radhesham, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, or some other mantra loudly. So they are changing the Siddhanta. So he put a case against them in the court. But the day of judgment, the brother of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, who was the Acharya of Gaudiya mission, Bhakti Keval Udulavi Maharaj ji, he initiated many brahmacharis in the sannyas order, gave them saffron clothes, and they started chanting Jai Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada ki Jai, and loud Hare Krishna mantra kirtan. They came to the court. So just saw that they are worshipping the picture of Prabhupada. There are many sannyasis with tridanda and saffron clothes, and they are also chanting Hare Krishna mantra loudly. So he told that Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj has lost the case. Srila Bhakti Keval Udulavi Maharaj has won the case. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Bharati Maharaj, who had prepared the case, became very dejected. And he told us that to Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, we lost everything. I prepared so hard for this case, but how come we lost it? Then Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj said, we have not lost, we have won. We were not interested in winning the case. We only wanted to correct their behavior. They should start singing Hare Krishna mantra again. They should start worshipping Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada again. They should wear the saffron cloth of sannyas again. That's why I put this case. I wanted to correct their behavior. So we should try to understand that why Krishna does something. Why Krishna is telling Arjuna. Because he wants to correct this Kauravas. Understand? So tasmin tushte jagat tushte. My principle should be, if Krishna is satisfied, then everything is all right. But while we are in the mundane platform, we should not concoct the idea that Krishna is pleased. Let me do that. No. That you cannot do. You have to follow the rules and regulations. But if you think that it is, you cannot think. Neither you can manufacture. So either you should hear from Krishna directly, and that is not possible because we are not in touch with Krishna at the present moment. We are trying to see Krishna through the transparent medium of spiritual master. So this is very important. So basically there is a philosophy emerged in Bangalore. There were some people, they started propagating a philosophy that Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is the only spiritual master, the final spiritual master. After that, there will be no disciplic succession. And they wrote a paper, and they published it everywhere. They distributed free of charge. So you should accept Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj as the final spiritual master. He is the only spiritual master. After that, there will be no more spiritual master. But here you can see that it is very difficult to directly approach Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada or Krishna also. We have to have our own spiritual master. If some question comes, like my Gurudev, if I had some question, I would ask him. I would raise a hand and ask him a question. And after he disappeared, then I accepted Sripad Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj, Srila Niruddha Prabhuji as Shiksha Gurus. If I have any question, I ask them. Understand? Or I try to refer to the books of Gurudev. But sometimes not everything can be found in the books. Sometimes you need some practical guidance about devotional problems you encounter. And you have to have some guidance, some senior godbrother, Shiksha Guru, Bhajan Guru, like that. Understand? Or you have to pray to Gurudev to reveal it in the heart. So we cannot manufacture that this is Krishna's desire. No, you have to get it confirmed from the transparent medium, spiritual master. These are the principles. So Arjuna says, Yadimam apratikaram. Pratikaram, apratikaram. Pratikaram means counteraction, and apratikaram means without any counteraction. So he's informing Krishna that if the other party, Dhritarashtra, the sons of Dhritarashtra, other party, they kill me while I am not prepared, but that is not the regulation of fighting. So therefore he says apratikaram. Whether if I am not prepared, they kill me all of a sudden, this is wrong. I accept. Even if they kill me apratikaram, without I am fully equipped, ashastram, in the fight one must be equipped with all weapons. But when I am not equipped with weapons, or I am not willing to fight, because I am not willing to fight, this has been decided. I cannot kill my kinsmen. Therefore, I am not going to take the step of pratikaram, counteraction. So even in this condition, they come and kill me. Yadimam apratikaram ashastram. I am not fully equipped with shastra, weapons. Ashastram and shastrapanaya. And they are fully equipped with weapons. Dhatrashtra rani hanyus. So in this condition, the other party, my cousin brothers, sons of Dhritarashtra, if they kill me, rani hanyus tanme kshemataram bhavit. I shall prefer that. I am not going to fight. If you think that if you don't fight, then they will take the opportunity. He's talking with Krishna. He's already giving the counter argument that Krishna, if you think that I don't fight, but they will take the opportunity and kill me immediately, that also I shall prefer, but I am not going to fight. This is my decision. Sanjay Uvacha. So Sanjay, the secretary of Dhritarashtra, they were sitting in a room. So Evam Uktva, thus saying Arjuna, the Arjun is nominative case. Arjun Sankhe in the battlefield, Rathopastha on the chariot, Upavishat. You have seen in the picture when Krishna blew his conch shell and from the backside, Arjuna is just trying to take his arrow and fight. But instead of fighting, he is Visvajja Sasharam, Chapam. No, no, I'm not going to, giving up, finished. I'm no more going to fight. Visvajja Sasharam Chapam. Why it is? Shoka Samvigna Manasa. His mind was overwhelmed with lamentation. That how can I kill my kinsmen? This is the position. Understand? So, a lot of times, actually, this is a very practical book. A lot of times I have seen young men, young people, just simply trying to kill themselves, hang, take poison because of some failure in love life, or job, or career, or married life problems, personal problems. Basically, the condition of the modern people is actually like Arjuna. Huh? And it's actually so similar. Like Arjuna was distraught, he didn't want to fight, fully overwhelmed with lamentation. So never become overwhelmed with lamentation. So pratikaram. There are two things. Pratikaram means counteraction. Here in this material world, for everything there is counteraction. Just like if you are diseased, you have to take the medicine. This is pratikaram. That is pratikaram. Like you have to take antibiotics, steroids. Sometimes you have to take homeopathy medicine, or in naturopathy you may have to do fasting, honey lemon fasting, this that. Understand? This is called pratikar. The disease is caused by some what is called disarrangement within the body. So what is the cause of the disease? Ayurveda will tell you that okay, the imbalance of kapha, vata, and pitta. How to get rid of kapha? You take some honey, then that will get rid of kapha. Vata, how to get rid of vata? Then you take sesame oil, massage on your body, drink some sesame oil, or eat some sesames. It will take care of vata. Or how about kapha? Kapha, you get rid by honey. Kapha and pitta. If you have too much pitta, then you have to take the ghee of Indian breed of cow, like this. So these are balanced. So there is pratikar. There is a medicine for everything. In homeopathy also there is some medicine like alfalfa, euphrasia, rustox, arnicamon, colocin, or some there are some biochemical medicines in homeopathy. Ayurveda also there is kashayam, there is tikta, lavana, like so many types of kashayams, decoctions, powders, and also vamana, vomiting. induced vomiting, and also lehana. There is also diarrhea, induced diarrhea, enema. All these things are there. Gandush. In Ayurveda also there are so many preventive medicines, and also there are some cleansing medicines. Understand? So when you have a disease, you have to either go for any pathy, allopathy, homeopathy, or Ayurveda like this. Allopathy has a lot of side effects, but sometimes you may have to undergo that also. So we have to arrange, we have to set up the disarrangement within the body. That is pratikaram. Medicine, counteraction. Similarly, if somebody is coming to kill you, so you also become prepared to kill him. This is pratikaram. You have to resist. You have to. That's pratikaram. If somebody is drowning in the sea, then you have to give him some help. Send some boat or some lifeboat so that he can be saved. So we have got so many. This is material world is going on. It is full of dangers. Padam padam yad vipadam, Srimad Bhagavatam says. Material world means step by step, simply danger. Every step there is a danger. Understand? That is material world. So we have to find out pratikaram, counteraction, how to save yourself from danger. So, like today in Noida, they had twin towers. So the twin towers they were destroyed because they were constructed in an illegal manner. So they put so many explosives, and within 2 minutes, the whole two big twin towers came crumbling like World Trade Center. But so many neighboring buildings, they had problem because tremors, explosion, explosives cause problem. Understand? Uh, so we have to find out pratikaram, counteraction, how to save yourself from danger. Just like when we walk, we see in so many doors danger, so that you are warned. Suppose in America, I have seen they will always put the sign danger when there's mop the floor. Like when I was working for Wall Street or many big companies, and the sanitary workers they would mop the floor. If it is wet, then they would put a sign danger because you may slip and get fractured. Then you may put a lawsuit on the company. Understand? So you have to take care. No, I shall not enter. So everything there is danger. There is pratikaram, counteraction. How to save yourself from it? This is called struggle for existence. In this material world, there is only this danger and counteraction. I am unhappy. So just to become happy, I have to work. I have to get money, whatever I want. So this is going on. Pratikaram, danger, vipadam, padam yad vipadam. Padam padam yad vipadam natesham. So samashitaye padapallava plavam bhavam. Uh, Anyone who has taken the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, samashitaye padapallava plavam mahat padam punyesham murare. Bhavam buddhi vatsataram padam padam yad vipadam natesham. So those who have taken shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Murari, Sri Krishna. Murari means Krishna, the enemy of the Mura demon. So Punya Esho, he is simply glorified by pious activities. There is no impious activities in Krishna. Krishna is the purest. So whatever he does, that is pure. The rascals, they do not know this. They think Krishna is immortal, he is immoral, and he has become a professor, teacher. He does not know, he does not understand Krishna. So many big professors, learned scholars, they do not understand what is Krishna, and they are talking about Krishna. They are taking the position of instructing about Krishna. Just see how rascal do. You do not know something perfectly, still you are talking about it. This is going on. Punya Yesho Murare. What is Krishna? Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. You have to know Krishna, because as soon as you know Krishna, you become immediately liberated. Understand? So knowing Krishna is not so easy. Therefore, Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kasyit yatati siddhai yatadamapi siddhanam kasyinmam vetti tatvata. First of all, you become siddha, perfect. Perfect means perfect knowledge. That is called siddha. And another siddha means very powerful, master of all yogic perfection. That is also siddha. Yogic perfection, 8 kinds of perfection. Anima, lagima, prapti, prakamyam, mahima yata, ishitvam cha vashitvam cha tatha, kama vashayita. So they obtain 8 kinds of siddhis. They are also called siddhas. From material point of view, a perfect yogi can counteract anything, and whatever he likes, he can do. That is called Siddhi, Ashtasiddhi. But still, he is not as Siddha as Krishna. Krishna's name is Yogeshwara. He is the master of all the yogis, Yogeshwara. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanardana, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. The yogis also, they are deficient with Krishna's power. Still, some rascals without any yoga siddhi, they claim that I have become God. What is your qualification? Have you got all the yoga siddha? So, how you claim that you are God? But rascals, they claim to become God, and other rascals, they also believe that he is God. Here is God. Both of them are animals. Shvavid Varaha Oshta Khara Sansutaha Purusha Pashu. One who does not know actually what is Krishna, if he accepts somebody, some rascal as God, then he is also animal. That is also animal. One who is claiming that I am as good as Krishna is certainly animal, crazy. He does not know what is the power of Krishna. How much he is Yogeshwara, still he is falsely claiming to become Krishna, and one who accepts him as Krishna. So Krishna, one should understand first of all Krishna. Without understanding Krishna, if somebody remarks, if you think Krishna is an ordinary human being, avajanandi ma mudha manushim tanumashidam, that is the mudha's business, rascal's business, Krishna. Because he comes as ordinary human being, Manushya Lila. If we take him, Krishna, as like me, like ordinary, then I am a Mudha. If I think Krishna is ordinary person, then I am Mudha. How a human child at the age of 6 or 7 years, one can lift the whole mount of Govardhan. Left Pinky, he lifted Giraj Govardhan. First of all, try to understand Krishna, how much powerful he is. How a 3-month-old child can kill a big demon Putana. These things are there in the Bhagavatam about Krishna's life. How do you claim to become as good as Krishna? This is crazy animalism. So we cannot be God, we cannot be Krishna. So Krishna's order must be final. If he says that everything is alright, so here Arjuna's position is Krishna has already arranged the battle and he knows that Krishna wants this battle. Still he says that Yadimam Apratikaram. He decides in his own way. This is called Maya. He knows what is Krishna's desire, and still he is speaking his own philosophy. That means Arjuna is placing himself on the position of ordinary man. Ordinary man does not know what is Krishna and what is Krishna's desire, and he manufactures his own philosophy and thoughts. That is ordinary man. But Arjuna is always friend of Krishna, constant friend. His name is Budakesh, above all darkness. Certainly he must be. One who is Krishna's friend directly, how there can be ignorance? There cannot be. Then why Arjuna is playing that part? He knows Krishna's desire. Still he says that Yadimam apratikaram ashastram shastrapanaiha. And no, tanme kshemataram bhavit. He is playing that like that. Because without Arjuna's playing like that, how this Bhagavad Gita will come? This is just like playing on the stage. One very rich man, he is in a drama, he is playing the part of a very poor man. But actually he is not a poor man. But in the stage he is playing the part of a poor man. So the Arjuna is not bewildered, but for the time being he appears to be bewildered by Krishna's Maya. So like this in the movies also, you see Amitabh Bachchan plays the role of some poor man or but actually Amitabh Bachchan is not a poor man, he is a very rich person. But he may play the role of a poor man in the movie. Understand? That is just a movie or drama. Understand? So Arjuna also is on all knowledge. He knows everything, but he is playing the role of a bewildered human being. He is not an ordinary human being. He is an eternal assistant of Krishna. Because Krishna wants to speak Bhagavad Gita for the benefit of the whole world. That what is spiritual knowledge. Therefore, this is a stage arrangement. But pratikaram and apratikaram. Whatever we have manufactured, pratikaram, counteraction, that will also failure if Krishna does not sanction. This is realized by Prahlad Maharaj. He says that, my dear Lord, Hiranyakashipu, that people have manufactured so many pratikaram, counteraction, but tanubhrita, those who accepted this material body, They are simply manufacturing things to counteract dangers. But even though they have all this counteracting machine or counteracting agents, still without your sanction, this counteracting machine or agent will not be fruitful. So similarly, Arjuna is being protected by Krishna. So even though Arjuna is not well equipped, apratikaram, still he will be saved because Krishna is there. Tavad vibho tanubhritam tvad upekshitanam. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.19. And even one is well equipped, if Krishna does not like to save him, he will not be saved. Always mind this. Rakshe Krishna mare Krishna rakshe ke. So he told that Rakhe Krishna mare Krishna rakhe ki. This is all that is ordinary. That if Krishna wants to kill you, nobody can save you, and if Krishna wants to save you, nobody can kill you. This is the position. So the examples are given by Prahlad Maharaj. Balasya neha sharanam pitaro narsingo. My dear Lord Narsingadev, the parents of children, they are not actually protector of the children. Because generally we think this is child, this boy has got this father or mother, he is well protected. No, father and mother, every father and mother wants to protect the child, but still the child has to meet some danger and dies. Now actually I was seeing a YouTube video. There was a girl, she was going out for school, she was maybe a 6-year-old girl, and there was a childless couple, Mr. and Mrs. D'Souza. And somehow they got her kidnapped because they had no daughter or son of their own. They wanted a child badly. Now this girl is kidnapped and they took somehow to neighborhood state, maybe Raichur, Karnataka. Mm. So this Mumbai girl was taken to Raichur. For about 9 years, she had just vanished. Then what happened that Mr. and Mrs. D'Souza, they got their own daughter. Mrs. D'Souza considered she got her own daughter. So when they had their own daughter, then their love for this kidnapped daughter reduced. And they started beating her up and torturing her. So then she was also sent to a factory to work also. A teenage girl was kidnapped by a D'Souza. And she confided in her counselor, her boss at the job. Then she told that, actually I have been kidnapped by this. They are not my real parents. They are only sending me to work, but I am kidnapped. My real mother, biological mother, is in Mumbai. So somehow, then they did research, and then somehow with the help of police and this and that, she got in touch with her mother. So then there was a phone call. She called up her mother. Then mother asked her, "What is the name of your father?" She told the correct name. He said, "What is the name of your younger brother?" She told the correct name. "What is the name of your elder brother? What society? This, that." Then she realized that this is my daughter only, was kidnapped 9 years ago. Then somehow or other that daughter was united with her mother, biological mother. Father had passed away. Mother was very, very much lamenting. And when her father passed away, she was crying. She was telling the father that you went to God and you told God that give me my daughter back. God listened to your prayer like this and they were weeping like anything. So what I'm saying is that so many children are kidnapped every year in India. So how can parents protect the child? Not possible. Sometimes a child also falls in a bore well, like 200, 400, 500-meter deep bore well. The child will fall. In India, they make a bore well. They make a wall. They make a hole in the ground to extract water, but they don't close that hole properly, and the child will come crawling and fall in that half-kilometer deep well. Then big problem comes. Then the NRF, National Rescue Task Force, uh, National Rescue Force, NRF or NDRF, National Disaster Recovery Rescue Force, NDRF. Uh, NDRF will come and they will dig a parallel bore to the original bore, and then someone will be sent and they will get the baby out. Sometimes baby dies, sometimes survives. Understand this? So many times this is going on, so many times. Where are the parents? How can they save the baby? Understand? All depends on Krishna. Understand? So we should not think my parents are my ultimate guardian. No, ultimate guardians are Lakshmi Narsingadev, as Prahlad is studying, or Radha Krishna. So Prahlad Maharaj said, no, they are not counteraction. It is not that if a child is in danger, because the father and mother is very strong, very rich, will be able to give protection to the child. No, that is not possible. Then Nartasya Chagadam, the medicine. A person is suffering from some disease, some fatal disease. If you think I shall engage first class physician and I shall supply first class medicine, if you think then the patient will be saved, no, that is not possible. That is not possible. We have got so many experiments, experiences like that. Then no rich man would have died because he has got money. He can employ first class physician, first class medicine, and simply by engaging such things. Countering pratikaram, he cannot be saved. There are many examples like that. So the conclusion is tavat vibho tanubratam tvat upekshitanam. If you neglect, if you have decided that this person, this child cannot be saved, then any amount of pratikaram will not help. Will not help. We have seen actually so many patients died in COVID times. They are put on ventilator. What does ventilator do? Ventilator will try to give oxygen. Body doesn't need oxygen. Body needs air. What we are breathing is not oxygen. We are breathing air. And the body, our lungs are able to separate the oxygen from the carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and other things, and only able to take oxygen. Understand? But so many people on ventilator, they went into vegetative state, they become like vegetables, and finally they died. Understand? Money could not help, and the super specialty hospitals charged anywhere between 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs per night just for an ordinary bed and ventilator. So what is the use? What is the use of this ventilator? It cannot save you. Some people they use the postural medicine at the time of COVID. What the postural medicine was like, actually they lied on their chest. So breathing improved. Understand? There's some other ways of improving the oxygen intake. Understand? Postural medicine. Like a lot of people actually having nephrological problems now in India. Um, Basically, I've seen so many devotees also. They are regularly going for dialysis, and they believe that actually that once the kidney fails, it just cannot recuperate. Understand? So regularly, religiously, they go for dialysis once or twice a week. They have to go for dialysis. But actually, now they found some research papers that kidney can also grow. Kidney can also grow, and they can actually. Then there is some gravitational force was used, lying in the tub, and so many other raising your feet high when you are sleeping, like means raising the beds, and like somehow. So basically, what I'm saying is that pratikara, everything has some medicine. We can counteract some disease, although sometimes we don't know, but sometimes we can counteract. You must always know that no counteraction will be beneficial for us unless we are protected by Krishna. So therefore our business is fully surrendered to Krishna. Seek his protection. Krishna says, yes, aham tvam sarva papyabhyo mokshayami mahasucha. Don't lament, I shall give protection. This is Bhagavad Gita philosophy. We have to believe on the assertion of Krishna that he is prepared to give me all protection, provided I have fully surrendered into his lotus feet. Thank you so much. So here Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj has concluded this wonderful lecture. Actually, he was a genius and he was such a great devotee. Amazing lecture he gave. You can imagine, like, this is like almost 50 years ago. I was born in 1968. This is almost 5 years I was, and in London, that great place, London, he was giving this high class lecture on Bhagavad Gita. And simply by preaching Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, but mainly Bhagavad Gita, he made so many devotees all over the world, understand. Everywhere he created big, big temples, understand. So his work, Srila Gurudev and others, Sripad Dandi Maharaj and Sripad Anirudh Prabhuji, Srila Anirudh Prabhuji, they are carrying on. So I'm so happy that you are attentively listening to Bhagavad Gita class, understand. So appreciate. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubhya pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. So Bhagavad Gita is amazing scripture. Yesterday I was seeing one interview. There is a film, the television actress, one very beautiful sister by the name Anaga. So she actually gave up her acting career on Hare Krishna TV, and she actually joined some matha in Govardhan. Govardhan, there is ISKCON matha. Maybe she's staying in Govardhan. So there is actually one palace. One king had given one palace to Srila Gurudev or Guru Maharaj. Later on, Gurudev gave it to Shripad Giriraj Maharaj and Radhanath Maharaj and Tamal Krishna Maharaj to look after. But later on, I think ISKCON took over that one. So actually, it belonged to Gurudev. So maybe she's staying in that temple. So she was asked many questions yesterday, and which deity you like. Then she told that I like Radha Gopinath. And also another model I have seen in France also. She was a very beautiful model, top model actually. Maybe she appeared on the front page of Vogue and other magazines. But she was also attracted to Krishna consciousness, and she started living in France, maybe New Mayapur, or I forgot the name, some farm actually she started living. So it means that even beautiful men and beautiful women, they are attracted to Krishna consciousness because Krishna is all attractive. Like that's what Gurudev was telling, that in Govardhan we have very beautiful mat. And Gurudev was telling on Ekadashi day, hundreds and thousands of people they do circumambulation of Giriraj. Like when I was traveling from Mathura to Maharashtra, I saw so many people on the train. They had come from Giriraj Parikrama or were going for Parikrama on Ekadashi and Purnima day, and they were very. Some of them are very prosperous, but they have so much faith in Giriraj Govardhan. But we have to set up a book table near that place, and then so many books will go like hotcakes. Understand? We have to. People are faithful in India, but they need some encouragement so that they can. So the world actually problems. World problems. A lot of people are now settling in India. Like I saw one Rukmini Didi and her husband, who's a great actually designer. I saw him in Gopinath Bhavan. They now say we want to be in India. They said we don't want to go out to South Africa. They're telling like this. Understand? So world actually no place is peaceful, but India is a little bit more peaceful than other places because this is the place of dharma. Understand? Dharma is still very strong. And I visited Gopinath Bhavan. The Yamuna river was so full, and generally Yamuna is very depleted and very little flow of Yamuna. You cannot think that this is at all a river, but now you can see in the rainy season this Yamuna was swelled very nicely and very wonderful water was flowing. It was very pretty actually in Vrindavan. Jhulan Yatra was very wonderful. Harikatha was wonderful. Very beautiful bhajans devotees were singing. So, but the basis of everything is Bhagavad Gita. So we cannot ignore Bhagavad Gita. Along with Jaiva Dharma and last, I think could not get hold of Mohan Prabhu. Jaiva Dharma, but I could not. I got in, but actually, I think no one was aware Ekadashi, last Ekadashi. But Bhagavad Gita, Jaiva Dharma, Madhuri Kadambini, Chaitanya Charitamrita, these are wonderful scriptures. We should continue discussing them. I also get to learn so many things by reading the books of Srila Gurudev and Srila Bhaktivedanta Sai Maharaj Ji, other acharyas. I learn also. Thank you so much. Vanchara kalpatarvesya krupasi. Paridhanam pavanebhyo Vishnuvebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's Hare Bol. Your health okay, Vishaka Didi?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, pranam. No, my sinus is troubling Maharaj because of the weather here.
I understand. You are under weather.
Yes, and sorry I came late today.
You have some ghee, pure ghee, Indian breed of cow's ghee.
I don't have any more pure ghee, but we have like shop ghee. Gurudev's one is finished.
Actually, then you have to. This is called nasya. Nasya means any oil, especially any oil like sesame oil. A few drops you have to put in a nostril, and then swish around. Take 1 teaspoon of oil and swish around your mouth 15 minutes. Sinus becomes unclogged by that. Understand? That's called gandush in Ayurveda. Just taking one oil and just swishing around and just spitting after 15 minutes or just swallowing it also, no harm. If it is edible oil, Maharaj says that you can swallow it also. Because generally there are some infections, and also gargling with salt water will help you in sinus thing. But you have to every day, if you get access to neem and turmeric, the greatest body resistance comes from turmeric and pure turmeric. This year there was a bumper crop of turmeric. Understand? And this turmeric and neem, if you can get neem powder or neem tablets or 5 leaves of neem
Mm.
and half spoon of turmeric, will give you very strong immunity. Understand? Uh, Diet also, many times we take this maida chapatis or polished rice. If you add millets to it, millets, like one Didi from America, Krishna Vallabha, very good singer actually. She wrote to me on WhatsApp. She said, "Oh Maharaj, I'm having lupus and some gastric problems and suffering like anything, this material body." And I said, "Hey, everyone is suffering, but I told her millets. So in
Yes.
millets, actually, generally speaking, we have the grains we take has very little dietary fiber, and too much processing they undergo, so they cannot help us with a disease. But when you take the millets, millets actually have a tremendous amount of dietary fiber, so your body undergoes tremendous cleansing. huh? That's why I'm also now switched to millets. My foot was swelling and also I had nose block in the night time. But I got one hold of one millet called foxtail millet. It's also called Italian millet. I went to South Africa once. One devotee, Damodar Prabhu, he took me to one supermarket, and we are searching for millet. And then we didn't find a millet in the human section where the human consumables are there, but we found it in the bird section. They said, yes, this is a millet we eat. This is given to the birds, parakeets and parrots. I said, wait a minute. The, the bad food the human beings are consuming and the good one they're giving to parrots. This is too much. Understand? And they were giving high class millets to the parrots. This is a bird food. I said, these millets are amazing food actually. Dr. Khadarvalli, he actually did so much research about these foods. And now quinoa is there, but some devotees say, oh, we take quinoa on Ekadashi day. I said, well, quinoa is a great food, but not to be taken on an Ekadashi. You can take it other days. It has good dietary fiber, or foxtail millet, kodo millet, brown top millet. Oh, there are so many millets. We have now forgotten these farming techniques. Now we are totally dependent on rice and wheat. We don't know any other grain and sugar. But these millets they were produced with very little water. Maybe one or twice it will rain, they will be still grow. Understand? Very little water. Now the world is having a water crisis also in India. So many fights are going between different states like Tamil Nadu and Karnataka over the Kaveri water and Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh and Telangana over Godavari water. Fights are always going on over water. India and Pakistan over Sindhu and Nepal and India over Mahanadi and these that. The countries are fighting, states are fighting, districts are fighting over water because we forgot these old agricultural techniques with or without water how to grow grains and be self-sufficient with the grains. Understand? So now only polished rice, so much polishing is going on. Understand? So actually, uh, I'm really thankful to Dr. Khadavalli and actually Sripad Dandi Maharaj. Actually, I was not aware of this Sri Dhanya. So I was not aware of it. So basically, I will send you this protocol also. Um, some people have asthma, tuberculosis, pneumonia, sinusitis, respiratory related issues. They are there. So basically, you have to do 2 days. You have to take foxtail millet, 2 days brown top millet, barnyard millet 1 day, kodo millet 1 day, and little millet 1 day. How do you eat millets? You soak them in water. 10 times water is required, and then you boil it. Better if you boil in earthen pot, understand? But otherwise, you can boil in any pot if you don't get earthen pot, and just eat them. But generally speaking, if you make it more liquid, it's better in the beginning. Then you have to take organic turmeric powder. Sripad Dandi Maharaj grew so much organic turmeric powder, so much in our nearby fields. Organic ginger, Ruta graveolens, neem, curry leaves. Curry leaves, I think, available in South Africa. Neem also may be available. Bermuda grass, Albutilon indicum, Tinospora cardiflolia. Consume all the above decoctions once a week, each and every one week each, and repeat the cycle. So means sometimes you are taking the ginger decoction, sometimes you are taking the neem decoction, sometimes curry decoction. Generally, people drink tea. Krishna consciousness says we don't drink tea, but you can make turmeric tea without putting the tea, but you're using turmeric decoction and doing that. So it helps get rid of the sinus. Understand? So, anyways, actually, I myself, I think, very much benefiting from these millets now, um, and so much benefiting actually. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. And sorry for the late delay to the class.
No, I understand, because you see that unless I also have some health issues sometimes. We are all living in a material body, and I suspected you must be having health issue. Otherwise, you are always on time. Understand? Sometimes I am also traveling. Sometimes I also get late. If suppose I have to go to toilet and my stomach is problem, this that. So we can always understand that we cannot keep this. But these meetings are also these meetings are beneficial for everyone. So let's keep it on going on. Again, I may have to travel next week or next week, but we'll keep on, because the scriptures are big, and we have to do more research as to what Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj said, what Srila Gurudev said, or any other prominent Acharya has said. So we can do more research and discuss more and learn more. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Ananga Mohan Prabhu, Jai Dwani, please.
Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Radha Vinoda Bihari Ji Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Padashtottara Shata Shri Shri Mar Bhakti Vedanta Vishnu Devi Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Vishnu Parashtottara Shata Shri Shri Mar Bhakti Vedanta Dandi Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Pad Ashtotara Shata Shri Shri Mar Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Parashtottara Shata Shri Shri Mar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Parashtottara Shata Shri Shri Mar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishto Vishnu Parashtottara Shata Shri Shri Mar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Homa Vishnupad Ashtotara Shata Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Parama Bhagavata Pravara Shri Srila Ghora Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Shri Srila Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nitya Leela Pravishta Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Shri Srila Baladev Vidya Bhushan Prabhu की जय। श्रील विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय। श्रील नरोत्तम श्रीनिवास श्यामानंद प्रभुत्राय की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री रूप सनातन बात रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल बात दास रघुनाथ सत गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर प्रसाद वृंद की जय। नामचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री अंतरद्वीप मायापुर सीमंत द्वीप गोद्रुम द्वीप मध्य द्वीप कोल द्वीप ऋतु द्वीप जानु द्वीप मोहोद्र द्रुम द्वीप रुदति पद्मकार श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपी गोवर्धन द्वादश वनात्मकार श्री व्रजमंडल की जय। श्री राधा कुंज श्याम कुंज गंगा यमुना तुलसी भक्ति देव की जय। श्रीमती वृंद देव की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल की जय। सर्व विघ्न विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंहदेव की जय। भक्त प्रवार श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। चार धाम की जय। चार संप्रदाय की जय। चार चार्य की जय। अकर्मत राज श्री चैतन्य मात की जय। श्री श्री केशव जी गौड़िया मात ओ तत्सक मात समूहा की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सामगात भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Anuprabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Anup Prabhu. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you, and we'll see you all tomorrow for Madhurya Kadambini. So, Maharaj, you'll let us know next week the date you'll be leaving, or you know now for sure?
No, I don't know yet. My plan is not fixed yet. But 4th is Radhashtami, right? I'm supposed to
Next
go to
week Sunday.
Maharashtra. Yeah, I'll be here, I think, this week. But tomorrow, I don't know. I was supposed to go somewhere. I will let you know tomorrow, okay? Yeah.
Okay, so dear devotees, tomorrow, as soon as Maharaj gets back to me, then tomorrow will be Madhurya Kadambini, our normal time. And I will send out this link. Thank you, Maharaj, for coming, and sorry for coming late. Vanchakalpatri Vyastya. Thank you, devotees, for coming. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.